Are we live? What?
Maybe.
You threw me off there a little bit. I was expecting
I
like
know.
floof or something, but now I gotta go. Hi! We live. Happy Friday. Feliz Viernes. Yo, fuck.
Happy,
Um,
funky, fresh, fun Fridays.
and do you want fries with that?
She literally told me that. When I was saying funky, fresh, fun Fridays, and like the first question she had decides to ask me was, "Would you like fries with that?" I'm like, um, good question. Great, now it's gonna be stuck in my head. Would you like fries with that? I'm gonna just have that stick whenever I
Ding
have to
fries
go
with
like.
that. Ding fries with that. Okay.
Oh no, not that. But hi guys,
Uh,
welcome to Funky Fresh Fun Fridays with Dragon. That's Dragon over there.
sure is. Oh, I have to do something.
You gotta do what for
I
me?
did something. Guys, I'm tired today. I blame
Hey, you did something.
Mm-hmm.
A mythical Dregin
I'm
just
waiting.
resubscribed for 18
Nom nom
months.
nom.
I did something.
You did something. Thank you, Twitch Text, and also thank you for the tier 1 for 18 months. Holy crabs!
Yep. You're
It's
welcome.
it's interesting because I just now remember that it's now 4 years since I've been affiliate.
Oh my god.
I believe. Yeah, it should be like 4 months because it happened like early mid-May, or late May. I can't remember. But all I remember was I did like a long stream after that,
Mm-hmm.
playing Minecraft for like 4 hours.
Nice.
But yeah, we are here. We are driving. We are trying to get funky fresh as best as we can on a Friday with a lot of things going on for the weekend, at least for me, because
Mm-hmm.
I think I kind of talked about it in Truck and Talk, right? Of like going to an anime convention this weekend.
You brought it up that you were thinking about it.
And thinking about it has extended to I am going, to the point
Ah.
where I'm going for the whole weekend.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah. It
Sorry, I
took.
should not. Is it past the minute? Okay, you're good. I'm like, I should not curse within the first minute.
Oh, I keep forgetting that was
YouTube
the
rules.
thing. Right, that is a YouTube rule. I forgot about that, honestly.
I am reminded of it every time I watch a Game Grumps video.
Oh, really? Well, that's good to know. I
Because
gotta
they
not.
surpass it by doing like highlights from the previous episode and make it last quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, they do like paid advertisement too, so that like those two things usually gets them past a minute. Then they're like, "Are we?" I think the first time they started doing that, they're like, "Are we past it? Are we past it?" Yes, welcome, motherfuckers, welcome back. And I was like, "Yeah, there we
Damn
go."
you, YouTube algorithm, knowing when we curse in the first minute. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's been some other interesting YouTube rules, but this isn't about YouTube rules. It's about anime. What?
This is about anime, yeah. I've been trying to convince other friends to go, as well as trying to see if I can extend that invitation to one or two coworkers. Unfortunately, they couldn't. But I somehow managed to convince one of my friends to go for the whole weekend because we were doubting of when we were planning to go to like an anime convention in general. So I guess like a little just a wee bit backtrack. I kind of been talking about this in the past couple Truck and Talks. But as you know, that I've been still thinking to go to an anime convention, primarily Anime Expo. But I think right now that's gonna be off the table for this year. But I want because of that, I kind of still wanted to go to one in general. And honestly, I don't want to wait till August till Crunchyroll Expo because that's August. That's still like 3 months away. So why not go to the first local one that's going to be happening in San Jose, which is Fanime, which did restart. I think it was one of the few conventions that to say, hey, it's the green light. We're gonna do in-person convention this year, sort of thing. And so it's like been always on my mind to maybe go to this one as well, if I did or did not go to AX, sort of thing. I think Retro Expo is gonna definitely be confirmed in 3 months' time. Again, we'll see. But Fanime was pretty much in my radar ever since I heard that it was confirmed to happen this year. So I was thinking it's like, if anything, it'd be a day trip, if I couldn't get any friends on board. However, after much contemplating with a friend, we managed to convince ourselves to first go for one night. So that we're planning to like go, I believe Sunday and Monday, which is the last 2 days. And then I thought to myself, you know what? It is, since it is a long weekend, Memorial Day.
Mm.
Um, I was thinking, you know what? Why don't I just extend it? So let me just go for like one extra night. So I decided to think of like maybe I'll stay for Saturday. I looked at the hotel prices, close with like within the convention area. It was kind of expensive, but I went like a little bit further out. I was like, this is doable. I know how to get there. It's like about like a 10-minute ride on public transport or a 5-minute Uber ride or something like that. So it's like, this shouldn't be too bad. I can definitely go for this. So it's like thinking, okay, maybe I'll go for 2 nights. I'll go Saturday to Monday. If no one joins, then oh well. Like if no one joins before I can cancel the reservation. Like apparently I have the ability to cancel the reservation the day before I can check in. If no one else was going, then maybe I would just try to like commute it back and forth, go from like San Francisco, San Jose every night, sort of thing, and maybe on the Sunday, which I think my friend did confirm that he wanted to go Sunday, Monday. Like then I'll just like maybe like either modify or cancel the reservation and then put a new reservation for just one night, sort of thing. But after much convincing, apparently, he managed to book a whole weekend off. So the funny part is he is actually down there right now, but he's staying at a friend's hotel room right now. But then coming tomorrow when I get down there, well, most likely we'll just go down through the convention floor first. At least first get my badge and then go around, and after that check in. And then we're gonna stay for 2 more nights. Go for full day Sunday and then half a day Monday because it's the end of the convention. And then I'm hoping he brings me home. I'm hoping he brings me home. Otherwise, God knows how much shit I'm going to buy and then realize I don't have the space for this shit. But yeah, so after really much conversing back and forth, oops, I almost went the wrong way. We finalized on booking 2 nights, and then I'll be going for at least the good majority of the convention. Technically, it start today, but I still have to work, so I can't really try to go for day 1. But it's not too bad. I could still experience most of day 2, day 3, and then the last day. But yeah, I'm gonna have a very fun time trying to. Well, luckily I'm all packed up. Like that's the one thing. Like I did very last minute packing, which is not really much because it's just 2 nights. Have that all ready, and I'm pretty much out ready to go tomorrow morning, sort of thing. So. Yeah, that's like been like the one big thing that just been like in the planning stages with me and a friend, and now at least I got a friend. Can meet up with a friend and have fun going around the convention this weekend. So that'll be great. Will I record? Maybe not. I think it's good. I just want to like get back into like the whole con set of things, see what's about, because it's been like years. I mean, to be fair, I think for everyone it's been years. Unless if someone went to like a local convention that happened in the past couple months, then maybe. But I think many have been for years, so it's like.
Do markets count?
See, that's a good question actually, because I kind of want to count that too. Like I think for both of us, like we've been to like some markets, right? That like sells like variety of things. So I was like, I kind of want to also count that, but I don't know.
I guess the convention's more involved where there's like panels and like performances and talks and interviews and all that jazz, as well as like the merch and signing and people.
All the people.
Whereas markets is just like, yeah, you go around and shopping for stuffs. And to be fair, the markets I've been to are all outdoor because safety.
Okay, that's smart.
See,
I've been to a couple of like art markets, like if you like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I know in many places it's called
like
Artist Alley.
Yeah, Artist Alleys. Yeah,
Artist Alley. I've been to like something like that. Oddly enough, in San Francisco, Japan, they've been actually hosting like mini mini artist alleys. I think once every month. So like just bringing in all the local artists to go. Like they just set up like their table within Japantown, and then they just sell their art, which is like pretty cool. So I was like thinking like that. It's like, oh man, I want to technically count that, but yeah, we do make a point. It's like there's also like the panels, the talks, the meetups, and all that stuff. An after party. Apparently, like fan is known for their parties and after parties.
Oh, VidCon after parties was the best part of VidCon for me.
Ooh.
Oh, spicy meatballs. Sorry, VidCon. But man, it was 2015. All right, like you've had some years to get better, but yeah, I was with the Lord Dominion 777 and Patrick Static.
You were with the big people before they got really big.
Oh yeah, I got in with the crowds. Yes, got to go to a Twitch after party. Throwback, a Maker after party. What? Right. Yeah.
Wow.
I've been around for 7 years, fam. 8 years.
Dang.
In this internet world. I'm old now.
The good old days. Holy shit.
I'm what the kids in my Spanish class would say, anciana. Ancient.
At least they're not calling you boomer. I'm glad there's no Spanish word for boomer.
No, I'm a millennial to them. No, trust me.
Okay, wow. Okay, at least they acknowledge millennial.
I was like, don't call me boomer. I ain't that old.
I mean, we're not.
Guys,
we're prime late millennials.
Late millennials graduated high school only 10 years ago. I ain't like your other teachers graduated 20, 30 years ago.
I'm a youngin.
I'm just a wee one in this world.
You're just a wee one.
I ain't even 30 yet.
I gotta not think about 30. We'll get to that when we get there.
Oh, well, gross.
Oldness. But yeah, so how did we dive
Exciting.
into this? Yeah, no, definitely exciting. It's gonna be very exciting. I don't plan on vlogging it per se. I'm just gonna have like, fun for the weekend. If I find anything cool, I'll try to post on Twitter. Definitely, with consent from whoever. If it's like a cosplayer with their consent or whatever else.
You may have to pay to get photos with cosplayers. Remember that.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
Unless you are that person who's like, oh no, they're charging for photos. Fuck it, I'm gonna go sneak behind and try to grab a photo from like the distance. No, that's how people make their monies. Pay to get the photo. Just do it.
Right.
Little PSA by your 8-year-old internet savvy freak.
Yeah, always and even like in general, always ask. If you
Ask
can take a
permission
picture, ask
for
permission.
photos, for hugs, for handshakes, anything like that. Always ask permission. And remember, no means no. Okay.
Pretty much.
I'm in a mood. I'm not feeling sillies.
You're feeling the sillies? I mean, it's funky fresh fun.
I got the funky fresh fun, huh? Yes, I'm feeling the sillies.
You feeling the sillies?
I had some peppermint chocolate ice cream.
Peppermint.
Peppermint.
Peppermint. Fuck.
Wait, I give you your peppermint.
The peppermint chocolate ice cream. I don't know what kind of accent this is. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't go south.
I don't know why. It did
Go
sound
north.
kind of
Okay.
It did kind of sound south, actually. I was like, I don't even know where this accent's from. Holy shit.
I love him like, don't go south. Go north.
Pretty
The
much.
true
though.
north. Canada's the true north.
The true north. The great white north.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's gonna be very exciting. It's gonna be a very fun weekend. I'll try my best to share as much as I can, whether it be definitely through Twitter. I don't know so much about I don't know so much about Instagram. We'll see. But definitely Twitter. I'm gonna try to like post like stupid updates and whatnot as I walk around the con. It'll be really really fun. So
Do Instagram.
do Instagram. I will try. I will definitely try.
There's been a serious, insignificant amount of photos on there.
You know what? That is fair, actually.
I've been seeing your travel vlogs, bro. Where them photos at?
Where them photos at? That's true. That's true. Okay, I will. I'll try to find that time to take them photos. I'm hoping there's like really cool like, because usually sometimes cons have like interesting art pieces or anything like that. They would like try to like someone would try to contribute, be like, hey, you want to take a picture on this thing or something like that? That'd be cool. So if I do find things, I will try and post. Amongst many other things. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing basically in the next in about 12 hours or so. I'm gonna try my best to wake up as early as I can so I can get
Oof.
myself down there, so I can pick up my badge because I've heard, well, I mean conventions and picking up badges is never a good mix anyway. So
No.
I've heard lines have been like kind of long. Not as long as AX lines. I've been on AX lines where it's like 2-3 hours, but like I've heard like lines in Fanime it's been kind of long. So I'm hoping it's not gonna be too bad on Saturday. But then again, it's Saturday.
Saturday.
So I'm gonna try my best to get there early and then get everything all good and go. But like I'm all packed up and ready. So it's like basically when I wake up, have my breakfast, have my coffee, freshen up, and get my ass down there.
Yes. Just adding to the conversation, everyone. This is why I'm here. Yes.
Aside from that, the whole week has been pretty decent, pretty chill with work. It's been a really good, like, just been productive week overall. Just catching, like, just doing the tickets and conversing with coworkers, helping out other coworkers, like helping out, even especially like the ones who are in training because their coach was on vacation for 2 weeks.
Sorry.
Eh?
Is this just chatting?
Oh shoot!
I tried to change the game, but it said
undefined. European.
Oh.
Yeah. Need to.
I forgot the PN.
Anyways.
I work with teenagers, guys. Can you tell?
They do great things to you, don't ya? Don't they? Fuck words.
Don't ya?
Don't
Yes.
ya?
They do.
Yeah, no, work's a bit chill. I've been helping I've been also helping out with trainees with some of their questions on like both their tickets as well as like their little challenges they do for training. So it's like it'll be pretty cool, pretty awesome to get to know more people along the way, get to really know everyone in the team and whatnot, and just have a nice, pretty chill week. The only thing that kind of got interesting, aside from booking everything for Fanime this weekend, was this morning as I was working, I realized my chair got a little bit wobbly. Actually, no, it kind of started last night. My chair got a little bit wobbly to the point where one of the wheels fell off on my rolly chair, so that was awkward. So luckily Amazon had a 1-day delivery for replacements of the base. So I have like a gaming office, like one of them rolling gaming chairs sort of thing, basically an office chair but for gaming. Yeah, one of the little holders that keeps one of the wheels kind of fell off, which sucked. So but luckily Amazon had 1-day delivery, so I had to like beautifully wait for this thing to come to my place immediately today, while I tried my best to work using a foldable chair and amongst many other things. It was kind of uncomfortable today, but managed to get everything all fixed up and working, and it was like, look, it's good as new.
Nice.
So yeah, I had like one little mishap with my chair this week, which is like, no, I could have used that money for anime stuff, but oh well. I still need a chair. I still need a decent chair in my room because I really don't want to sit in a folding chair for like a while. That would suck. But yeah, aside from, oh my god, it's dark. Oh shit.
I agree. It's dark in my room. I still haven't got light bulbs that work.
Aww.
It's very dark and it's stormy. Hey, what's happening in your game is happening in my life.
Man, that's got dark. But, anyways,
I didn't get dark. I was just saying it's stormy in your game. It's stormy in my life. In
I was
my
thinking that was a
like
dark
in real
meaning, but
world.
then I realized I was like, I just made a pun. That's a terrible pun. Hold on a second.
Pun.
Pun. Sounds like you're spitting out for a pun. That's weird.
I just have monster voice. I'm practicing my voices. Okay, I'm doing D&D tomorrow night
Ooh.
with my sister, some of her friends, and my friend.
Yo, that's pretty cool.
So I have to be like a monster.
A really, really
Really
gremlin
throaty,
monster.
throaty monster.
It's a gremlin throaty.
I don't fucking know. Gremlins are like, I'm gonna steal your shit.
That's true.
Oh.
You little shit.
I'm not stealing your little shit. And then you got fairies that are like, hi everyone. Yeah. Okay. The many voices and sides of
The many
dragon.
voices of dragon. Dragon the VA who teaches Spanish.
I am.
Teaching
Yep.
Spanish.
Yes. For however long. Well, no words. Lost my words. Back to monster. Okay.
Back to monster. Anyways, yeah, that's been the gist of my week. I'm trying to think of what other things has been coming about aside from big convention happening tomorrow and chill week with work.
I have one thing that you forgot to mention and to celebrate.
Hmm?
I'm gonna challenge myself if I can do this in Spanish. Let's see here.
Let's see if you can do it. I think I know it. I'm hoping you say it correctly.
350 siguientos. 350 followers. 350 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, thank you for those who subscribe on the YouTube.
I knew I would get you.
God damn it. I can't do it. Shit.
No, that's
Nope.
me. It's very much a Spanish to me thing. It's okay. At least I didn't go arriba.
I was thinking Arriba. That's like I want to. I was responding Arriba. There we go. I got it. Ooh, that was really loud though.
I mean, I'm not being quiet either, but
I try my best not to do that because but I do for the fact that I and Arriba is gonna. Like, I'll have to do that really loud. It's so hard to do it soft.
oh, that's creepy.
Woo, shit! I missed my turn. Can I turn somewhere else? Okay, let's go. But yeah, I almost wanted to say Arriba. I'm just like, do I want to say it?
But back to the thing. 350 subscribers.
Yes! Again, thank you so much for those who have subscribed to me on YouTube. We are now at 350. Be cool. Yeah, it's really decent milestone because I think I've been hanging around 340s for like a couple months now, I believe. So again, thank you those who have stayed and have subscribed. Thank you. Let's hopefully we can reach 400, and then maybe 500. We'll see. I will try my best to really get back into my editing things because I've been definitely slacking.
You got better
been-
this week.
I did get better this week. I've been really trying to get myself. Yes, definitely. I've been really loving the reminders that you've been giving me, Dragon. It's like I just really need to like get that combination of that and motivation to get myself editing. And I think now that I found my stride at work after I did like a proper 3 days of work, I was like, I think I got it. Also, hi Izzy. Welcome.
Welcome.
Ooh, I am drifting with this truck. But yeah, thank you again for those who have subscribed. Hope you guys will continue to enjoy the content. I will get myself to editing the rest of the stuff. I do still have like 3 vlogs backlogged with. I already got the footage. I just need to edit it. That's the really thing I need to push myself is just to edit it. It's like I am definitely set. Owie.
I don't even want. Do I want to watch?
It's not as bad.
Okay. I thought for sure it'd be like a woohoo flippy.
No. Woo! Some
Oh.
people are glitching out in this part of the road though. It's weird. It's weirdage. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best to get those edited, and hopefully we'll get to continue on with the ECR. I know at least I've got to Palo Alto. I
You
posted
did?
something about a tree and a bridge and another bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think I can explain it.
Sewing kitty. Sorry, actually, I'm getting off Twitter.
I'm trying to get another scene out of the way, but I need inputs from friends who know the topic. Oh, interesting. I'll see if I could answer it whenever I have the time. If it's something like, I don't know, OBS scene or something more than that. But other
Random
than that,
question.
yeah.
Is there Spain yet for Europe?
No, that's a good question. I actually don't know. I'm gonna check it real quick.
I'll drive to Spain. Because then I can be like, look!
La
Like,
España.
vamos a Granada. Okay.
I'm gonna check.
Okay, pop related. Oh, sorry, fam. I'm into the S pop right now. Meaning
So-
Spanish pop.
Also, you're
That's
still
pop-
on just chatting. Oh, right.
Yeah. I tried to change it for him, but I forgot the E in Europe.
What? Is it Euro Truck?
Probably. Look at us, like, I went to Europe because I'm like, it probably isn't going to be Euro. And then it's like, no, it's European. And then like we expanded further, now we got to simplify it.
Okay, that does not
No.
work. Alright.
Well then, Twitch.
Alright, Twitch. I love you too. There you go. It's updated.
Hey.
I completely forgot about that though. Oopsies. It's fine.
Oh, I wonder if I could say Euro Truck Simulator in Espanol. Oh, el camino de Europeo Simulador
Dos.
dos. Dos.
Dos. It's literally, you just went straight. Like, I'd hear it. It's just straight for it. It's like, yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I bought me my friend's Downlight Platinum Edition. Dang.
Fancy.
Trying to find all of the debating. Whether or not I am debating on what to do or play. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so I see Iberia, road to the Black Sea, road to the Baltic Sea, Italia, Vive la France, Scandinavia, going east. No, not yet. Why? That's weird.
Oh, ¿por qué?
¿Por qué?
Let us say like you're in a telenovela. ¿Por qué?
¿Por qué? I don't know where I was going with that.
I've been watching a lot of stuff this week.
It'll be more emotional. I don't know, like, what cries in Spanish.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, yeah, that was me this week. Cries in Spanish.
Were you gasping in Spanish?
Some of the things my students have said, you've heard some of it already.
Oh yeah, I have.
Gasp
you
in
should,
Spanish.
you should just, cause I know you guys do like sometimes like present something. You should just be ready. Be like, if you guys say something like that, I'm gonna just present this. Gasp in Spanish.
Or just get like little like print out those memes and put them on like little sticks and just like
Yes, they're just gonna like just fling it back up. Just put on like the meter sticks. I'm assuming they're still meter sticks, right?
No.
What the fuck?
We've got whiteboard markers, the whiteboard erasers, and we got a screen that we do things on now. You think they'd provide the short teacher with a meter stick?
Oh.
You know what she has to do to get things in her classroom and to write on the top of the board? Stand on a chair.
Oof.
And I did training with them in public, and they say not to do that. You have to use a proper stool. But the fucking stool we have is like a bar stool.
Wrong kind of stool.
It's a tiny little narrow thingy, and no.
Whoosh.
So I go on the chair and break. Maybe I shouldn't say this out. I break the Edmonton Public Safety School 60-year-old guidances. But look, I'm short, and I gotta do what I gotta do.
Gotta
Because
do what you gotta do.
Because literally, she has like the one side of the one board in my class, and so I've got 3
Mm-hmm.
walls that have whiteboards on it. On the left side, the vehicles outside. Why? They have like all 5 days of the week, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and Monday's way at the fucking top. And I can
Oof.
never ever reach that to write down things that are going on for my kiddos, so I have to get on a chair to do Monday and Tuesday, and then I can like get off and do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Aww.
I found out I had a doctor's appointment this week. I'm a quarter of an inch away from 5'2". I will grow. I will get to 5'2". I believe.
You're almost there. Let's go, buddy. Go. I'll go.
I believe in the power of puberty. Can you get puberty again if you were teaching high school?
Hey, Google.
No,
Can you hit
no.
puberty again as an adult?
It's too chaotic for my liking.
The term can be misleading since you don't actually go through another puberty after adolescence. Aww, lame. I
Then-
actually got it.
Riddle me this, Google. How does one end up getting taller after adolescence?
Hey, Google. How does one get taller after adolescence?
Watch Google reply back with a sassy mark. Pie platform shoes.
External factors like your diet and the amount of sleep you get are also playing a role in determining your health. The growth plate of your long bones fuse shortly with... Oh my god, my turn's coming up. After puberty, once these bones fuse, there's little you can do to change with their heights. Most guys reach their adult heights in their late teens. I didn't talk to you, Google.
Well, thanks, Dr. Google.
I don't even know what Google said. I should have probably cranked it up to volume 10.
It's all good. Anyway, that random aside, we were celebrating 350 on YouTube's.
Yeah, again, thank you again, guys. Again, I will try my best to get the post and be getting the rest of it. Again, I do have quite a bit of a backlog. I just need to force myself to edit, or at least encourage myself to edit. Not really force myself, then otherwise I'd be super burnt out. But I need to encourage myself to edit those videos and have it up for you guys, as well as providing the weekly-ish, more or less weekly, truck and talks, or funky fresh, or scuff and stuff, however we want to see it, however I do it.
I'm still waiting for Wacky Wednesdays, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
One day.
One day. I think that's the only day I haven't done truck and talk, I believe. I've done Mondays, I think. I've done Tuesdays. I've done Sundays, Saturdays. I think Wednesday I haven't done yet.
Wacky Wednesday.
Wacky Wednesday.
Wackadoodle. Never mind.
Wacky! I need another W though. For that.
Weirdly Wacky Wednesdays.
Weirdly Wacky Wednesdays. Yes. Also, I bought a new mic and I'm gonna give the desk eating one to my cousin so she could deal with it. Oof. You gotta love mic stands that are like, or mic arms that could be like stupid like that. At least now I have a proper desk and not the foldable desk anymore, so I guess there's that. It's made out of dense particle board. Thank you, IKEA.
Well, you almost said that with a little bit of a Spanish accent there, like a dense particle board.
Of a dense particle. Okay, that's got Indian all of a sudden.
Oh, lady. Figure skating on my Facebook? Say what?
Hey. I also keep realizing how big my desk is that I got from work compared to the desk I sit on at work. I definitely do have a lot more room with this desk. It's so nice.
Oh, like at home?
Yeah, the one I brought from work to home. It's pretty big.
I'm gonna do a little humble brag right now. My desk, my teacher desk, technically 2. What up?
Ooh.
It has an L-shaped desk.
See, that's like one thing I want.
Well,
to
it's
have
2 desks
eventually.
that are forming the shape of an L.
Forming the shape of an L.
Yes. 2 monitors, baby.
Yeah, me and my triple monitor setup though, it's like Twitch chat OBS in vertical mode, which sucks because if I have to like use OBS in landscape because I'm too lazy to make another profile, it looks all bad when it's in landscape.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Then I have the game in the middle, and then I have just Skype on the right.
I'm the only one on your right.
pretty much actually.
I'm the only one right for you.
Right for you. Ah ha ha ha. Aww.
Oh. Hoi, hoi, hoi.
That's a good pun.
I'm proud of
It's a
that one.
thoughtful pun actually.
Hee
Granted,
hee.
your profile icon is Haru eating fleas. Took me a while. I almost said Kitty, but I was like, no, wait. Kitty has a name. Kitty name is Haru.
Haru-chan.
Haru-chan.
Wasn't
Oh
there a
my
debate
god.
if it was Haru-chan or Haru-san at one point?
Something
In
like
the
that. I
with
believe.
the editor who was just like, "Oh no, he's Haru-chan," and like was like, "I'm gonna call Haru-chan," and like the main dude's like, "Okay,
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Haru." Oh,
Haru.
that kitty anime has made me cry 4 times.
In 4 different episodes, or just like throughout the 6 episodes we've watched?
Yeah, 4 episodes, man. That last one
Damn.
got me real bad.
That did.
You should you know because like I'm pretty chatty after episodes, so I was like,
Yeah, you were quiet.
we
You were
need to
really
move
quiet.
on.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
anime
I don't,
man. The
anime
other
gives you
times
the
that I cried,
feelsies.
the other times I cried, I was like, it's so wholesome and precious, and I need it.
So for those who doesn't know what we were talking about, actually, let me put the context. So we are watching, well, two of our current animes now, actually, for this season, Shield Hero and Sons of Bookworm. But she managed to find an anime called My Roommate Is a Cat because Crunchyroll Twitter, I believe,
Yes.
posted a screenshot of a cat with. Was it the one you have as your thumbnail? As your profile icon?
No, it was one of Haru like curled up on a chair sleeping, and because like they always do like good morning, good
Oh,
night
the goodnight
tweets.
ones. Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, this kitty's so cute, and it's like Fro, and like in brackets it goes like via like the anime name,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mm-hmm.
clicked on it, and I was like, what? And then I read the description, I was like, he, Daryl,
Pretty
Daryl.
much, they're like, all right, let me look into it. It's like, okay, the synopsis sounds pretty interesting. All right, let's give it a whack. Let's give it a shot. I think we started that anime right when the spring anime, I believe, started. So I think we're like in concurrent. No. We started like well, kind of into spring. But like she managed to find it. I was like, "You want to watch it?" She's like, let's watch it." It's like, all right, we'll load it up um, amongst our simulcasted anime of Shield Hero. So yeah, we started watching that. It's been our little mini marathon of such of doing that, or at least we try. Um, and I believe we're halfway through, maybe a little less than halfway through now. Of My Roommate Is a Cat. I believe it's only 12, 13 episodes. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's been a nice, wholesome anime so far. Apparently, I didn't know that anime came out in 2019.
Mm.
So just like, oh man, how did we miss this one? It was like, I
Uh,
believe, early 2019 too, actually.
well, I was traveling, like I was coming back from Spain. I
Oh, you were still in the
was,
UX.
I was
In
in
the
the
Europes.
United Kingdom, and I was throwing 40 hours of French on my timetable. That's what happened.
Ah, oui. Anyways.
Triggered. No,
It's
I have to
okay.
deal with French all the time.
It's okay. I've been hearing Spanish a lot more, not only because of you,
Yeah.
but also of a coworker. I forgot telling this part.
Mm.
Um, I have a coworker every morning when we've been going to the office. Um, for whatever reason, I always like look at him and just gonna wait to see what he's gonna say. The thing is, as a shtick for him, uh, ever since we've been coming to the office, he's been saying "Hola, buenos
Hola.
dias."
Eh.
So it's like
¿Qué
now ever.
pasó?
Uh, wait, what does that mean?
What's up?
What's up? Oh, that's what's up. Okay,
And Kate Tal's like, how's it going?
get that.
¿Qué
I'm trying to
tal?
remember the other questions that he asked. I can't remember them.
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. Estoy bien, or estoy regular, or estoy mal.
It's okay. I just remember one day I was like, because I was like like this one particular day I was kind of sleepy, so I was like,
Mhm.
was like, estoy bien. I was like, no, no. I was like,
No.
no estoy bien. I was like, yeah, god damn it, shut up.
Oh, well, next time, instead of saying no, you can go, estoy cansado. I am tired.
Ooh.
Estoy cansado. And then careful, because then you might ask questions like, ¿Por qué? ¿Tú no dormí? Never mind. Anyway, ¿por qué? I'd have fun trying with them.
So yeah, like it's been a great time since like I'm hearing Spanish like during my weekday mornings. So just like, I'm just waiting for him to say something, and in Spanish, I'm gonna try my best to respond. And it's been such a hilarious time this whole week. I'm just hearing Spanish. I'm just like, god damn it! Now I hear Spanish in 2 ways, technically 3 ways. One from you, one from him, and reading tickets.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Look at
been
you.
quite a
You're
bit of
halfway
Spanish
to learning the
tickets.
language. You're reading it and listening to it.
At least now I know the time differences of buenos dias, buenas tardes, and buenas noches.
Yeah. Buenos dias is good morning, buenos tardes is good afternoon, and buenos noches is good night. Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I think I'm slowly picking up on some words. There's some things that like I understand. It's like, hey, I know this term in Spanish now. Makes it so much easier to navigate on a Spanish database. It's like I know where to go.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Although I
Um,
love watching the YouTube videos sometimes, because like despite there are like Spanish words for like click and things like that, they just go
mhm.
click.
Oh yeah, to just go for the
Click.
English word, just say it Spanish or say it in a Spanish way.
My students enjoy that part of the audio tracks for the novels that we're doing so much, because like it's just all this like nice little like da, 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 like with Spanish, and then all of a
Hmm.
sudden it just goes Kevin Fowler,
Oh,
uh, and it really
because it's
big
like
emphasis of it.
right, because it's like it just sounds. It's just like how do you make American name sound Spanish?
You really don't. That's why
You
they stand
don't.
out so awkwardly in sentences. Yeah. And then what else do they enjoy? Oh, like the sound effects in the novel. So like there's like ring
Oh my god, what a proper audiobook.
and biddity biddity bum bum.
So they don't even like use like default noises. They make their own noises.
Oh yeah. It's the narrator making the noises.
Oh my god, that is so fucking
And it's them
good.
adding the emotion to it as well. They're like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Like I actually want to be like an audio narrator, audiobook voice narrator, because it'd be
Ooh,
so much fun to get into it.
I would definitely look
And
into
like
that.
listening to the Spanish tracks, I'm like, let me read out the español.
I was,
um,
I mean, it probably doesn't sound like close to like watching a telenovela, but
no, because they do read it like at a slower, proper pace,
right.
because it depends on the reading level and like the understanding of it. So the books are fairly easy to understand in Spanish. If you've taken it for a
Hmm.
few years, I'm not going to throw one at you and be like, "Ha, Daryl, guess what this all means." But for kids that are actually taking it in school and have been learning it all year, yeah, it's a little easier to pick up on.
Hmm.
But no, telenovela is fast.
Oh yeah. Ah!
Yes. Some of the kids laugh at me too because they're like, "Miss, you say you're not good at speaking Spanish, but when you read things out, you're like, that's fast." And I'm like, "Oh, lo siento. I will speak a little slower next time. Do you want me to reread that?" They're like, "Please." I'm like, "Okay."
Aww.
Now I can look at that though. Look at me. Well, that's because I've been really trying to immerse myself in way more Spanish. Like, I
I've been
did
doing
some.
it outside of teaching anyways, obviously,
Yeah.
so
Been doing Duolingo.
your 200 plus day streak in Duolingo, right?
Yes, I've been doing it a lot on Duolingo. I've been on Netflix. There are like Spanish programs, so I've been watching a lot of that. Oddly enough, still watching that street food show.
Ooh,
Really
nice,
enjoying
nice.
that. And I watched Everything Will Be Fine, and that's actually a proper like Spanish program.
Hmm.
So I've been really immersing myself with whatever I can. And one day on the long weekend, because we just had a long weekend up here in
Right.
Canada, I decided to see, because you can add a language to Twitter to see your tweets in another language.
Ooh.
Decided to try it and immediately hated it. I was like, oh, this is overwhelming. No, 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 no,
I
no.
can't read this shit.
Go back, go back, go back. That's too much. Too much. I will stick it in my small bits that I get it in. Thank you. And then in my classes. So yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, but like, I'm assuming like watching like so one of the shows is it like a telenovela or like just a
Um,
standard show?
well, you're gonna laugh at
Depends on
me for
standard.
this one. I've been rewatching Jane the Virgin,
Okay.
which is an American telenovela,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an American telenovela that plays on the tropes and
Oh,
things out of the proper telenovela.
right.
So really funny. I'm really disappointed with that because like there's no Spanish subtitles for it. It's just English.
Yeah, that's
But there
okay.
is enough Spanish in the show that you're kind of like, I know what they said. Um, I guess they're picking up on it more this
The
like
picking
second
up the
time I'm
dialogue and
watching
whatnot.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then like I watch a variety of things. Like I do watch those like documentaries I've been talking about, like the
Mm-hmm.
docuseries like Street Food in Latin America.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really it does pull at your heartstrings a little bit with just some of the stories of like the vendors because like it's all
Where they
vendors like
come
street
from
food.
and stuff, right?
Like their life stories and how they developed like this kind of food and how it's the heart and soul of Oaxaca or Lima, and all that kind of stuff. You would like the Lima, you would like the cuisine of Peru because they have, why am I fucking, I don't even know. This is
Go for
tricky
it,
topics.
anyways. It's truck and talk. We talk about
There's
anything.
a mix of, I wonder if I can find the term for it, but back in, the age of, you could tell I've been watching a lot of stuff in Spanish, but I'm like, fuck, what's the word? Um, I'm looking for imperialism.
Ooh.
Yes. A lot of Japanese people ended up going to Lima, and they have a mix of Peruvian and
Ooh.
Japanese culture and food. And there's like these really cute little like, and it's a lot of seafood, mainly. And there's
Mm-hmm.
this one. I'm gonna try to find the term for it, the culture, because it's really fun and interesting.
Yo.
What do you mean there's no street food left? Thank you, Netflix. Thank you. Thank you for updating my shoot. Lima, Peru. Okay, I'll find the term by not watching it. Oh god, that was really loud in my ear holes. It's really early on in the episode. Hello. Hello, la, 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 la. Pancho Fierro. Fun fact, in Lima, Peru, there's a man in the mid-19th century that actually created a food journal for all the different street food vendors
Yo.
in Lima. So there's actually images and recipes of food from like
Oh
the
shoot.
1800s that they can still make today.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And you would honestly, I kind of want to show you this episode anyway because I think you'd like one of the main guys because he's so funny. He reminds me a lot of you, so that's just
Um,
in a good,
in a good
quirky,
way.
silly way,
Right.
but also in the way of like anime episodes. I'm like, oh yeah, he's like
He's
you.
me. He's
Yeah.
me. Yeah, okay.
Because he calls his heart and joy, his little restaurant, something that's so ugly, loud, and chaotic. And I'm like, but buddy, are you
That's a
okay?
mood. That's a mood.
And he's like, and he loves to make a mess because that shows the personality of the restaurant and the food. Yeah.
He's a good
Oh,
person.
he's so funny. I'm trying to find the term though. I will find it. Rah, wah, wah, wah. But in my case, I like making a nice place look ugly.
Such a mood. I
All right.
approve.
I want to find the term. I must. Ceviche. Ceviche is made with fish, onion, lime, chili pepper, and salt, of course. Can't forget the salt.
It's interesting that I
Yes.
used to not like ceviche, but then like ever since I tried it, oh my god, what? This is so good. What the fuck? Where's my chips? I want chips in my ceviche.
I like the flavor of ceviche, but I don't like ceviche. Because shrimp base. Why is my phone going off? Lo siento for the vibrations. Yes. Okay, Japan is beautiful. Great. Let's. Nikkei! That's what it's called. That's how Nikkei Nikkei cuisine was born because
Oh.
Japanese immigrants and like travelers to Peru brought in like how to make the fish and seafood and things like that from the ocean taste fresh.
Ooh.
And so they added that like fresh, like proper caught like animal or fish into their cuisine, and they call it Nikkei.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. That was a
Someone
burp.
got someone got borpa.
Indeed. So yeah, anyways, I've been watching a lot of that, like street food, because like it's just really interesting. Like for Lima, like just to hear about this guy that kept a little food journal in the 19th century,
Mm-hmm.
and like a lot of street vendors still use those recipes from like the 1850s
Dude, that's pretty
and
cool.
like street food today. And then they had a mixed Japanese influence because they had a surge of immigration in the 1900s, and then now they have this new culture of Nikkei cuisine. Uh, Yeah, it's really cool shows I'm watching like that, and then I do watch my dramas. Everything Will Be Fine is definitely a drama, but I like it. It's pretty real. It's based in Mexico.
Ooh. Oh, just a real drama, not a telenovela.
Yes, yeah, like a proper kind of like
Soap opera.
no, not that extreme, because that soap opera and telenovela are pretty much on the same level of like over dramatic.
Over dramatic. Over exaggerated.
More like kind of like shows like The
Okay.
Fosters or like your family dramas.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hmm.
I see, I see, I see, I see. Interesting, interesting.
That's how I've been able to keep myself immersed in la cultura.
And it makes it a lot easier to like really learn the language. I would say, because
Oh
it's
yeah.
like really watching shows, outside of anime. I don't think anime, uh, works per se, but like animation shows per se
Life.
almost.
I've learned some things.
Yeah.
Ohio,
Ohio.
gozaimasu.
Well, gozaimasu and all the
Nani?
other words.
Okay, sorry.
I know, right? But like I believe like if I think it's just like in terms of like learning the language,
Yeah.
animation's not the greatest. However, watching TV show like uh recorded, filmed TV shows, definitely helps because at least you could not only um, learn how it works with the mouth. I don't know the best way to say it. Like linguistically, um, which also you'll get to see the emotions, the body actions and everything. Makes it sure it's a just a wee bit over dramatic. So whenever you decide to speak it, sometimes it'd be like, are you okay?
Uh, Maybe it's not over dramatic, but it could possibly be too formal.
Oh yeah.
Because like learned language is different than like the colloquial spoken language.
Right. That's true. That's true. That's true. But I mean, I think it's at the same time if you're like saying, as you say, you watch documentaries, you kind of probably get a little bit of that colloquial
Mm-hmm.
feeling. So it's like at least you could figure out how to speak the informal side of the language, because obviously there's a, like even English, there's technically a formal and informal way, because like
Yeah.
slang and shortcuts of words and whatnot,
Jargon.
jargon.
Yeah.
Um,
Every language has all of those too.
to be fair, sometimes. So I would say telenovelas sometimes work. It's hilarious. It's hilarious when you try to speak in the other language and be like, I just accidentally enacted a telenovela scene. Whoops.
Oh, my students say that I'm over dramatic and that I could be in a telenovela. I'm like, that's fair.
I was about to say it's like, uh, for one, I am agreeing with the students at times.
Oh,
And it makes it brings the best of you at times. It just makes it so much funny and great. It's beautiful.
I just get so into novels, and we're doing novel studies that like I have to really play out the characters for them so they know like
What
the
they're
emotion.
feeling.
Because like when you read it on the page, you're like, okay,
Right.
they did shit. I'm like, no, there's a little bit more. Read between the lines. What are they feeling? I'm getting really into it, and then like they just stare at me like I don't know what they're feeling. It doesn't say anything
Right.
about feelings, miss. And I'm like, okay, well think about the situation. Let me play it out for you. And then I get my little like acting hat on, going like, now pretend that you are in this club. You're very early. None of your friends are there. How do you feel?
Right.
awkward, yeah, uncomfortable, so incómodo, right? We use that language, incómodo, and like pieces together that way, and then you finally see someone you recognize. Soraya! Now how do you feel? And they're like, oh well, my heart will go beady bum bum. I'm like, yeah, literally that's what they do heartbeat in like Spanish, and it makes sense. There's a song that I'm trying to remember from that goes beady bum bum.
Oh, I've heard of
Uh,
that. I think.
yeah,
Sounds
I can't
familiar.
remember the song right now in my head, but that's like because in languages they interpret sounds differently than what we would.
Yeah.
So in Spanish it's biddity bum bum.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, your heart goes biddity bum bum when you see her, and they're like, oh, and that's why he gets all flirty. I'm like, yes, that's why he goes up to Soraya and be
Flirtatious.
like, hola guapa, and they're like, really, miss, you gotta do it that way. I'm like, yeah, because Kevin
Hola,
is
guapa.
doing that. Hola guapa. And they're like, miss, would you walk up to someone and actually say it? I'm like, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. They're like, would you? I'm like, no, I don't got that confidence. Only in classroom, acting out what's already been written, then I can do it. In
Actually
real
doing it
life,
in real life, questionable.
I'll stare at the person and be like, they're really muy,
Muy
muy
guapo.
guapo, muy guapo, but I wouldn't do anything more. So yeah, I really acted out, and they're like, see, you should just like make a telenovela based on this. I'm like, can
Okay, remember what we talked about last week?
I?
Sounds like a fucking Disney Channel movie.
The plot of the novels are like some of the students were like, they're really getting into it. Like some of them are just like, what? Like this week they have been reading independently, so I've been
Right.
trying to challenge them, like read on your own, quiet, no one talk
Mm-hmm.
in the room. And then suddenly there's just various reactions going off, like, and like literally, like now that I'm thinking about these moments, I'm like, oh man, gasped in Spanish.
You need to print it out. You need to print gasp in Spanish.
Yeah, it's really funny. Some of them have been really like, they think I'm dramatic. Their reactions
You
this week
should,
have gotten me for like
you
dramatic.
should just like create a mini activity with just like which one do you feel right now? This, or this? It's just all memes in Spanish
Yeah.
or expressions in
After
Spanish.
reading this chapter, how do you feel about Kevin? Hold up one of the signs, please, and say it out loud. And have that kind of thing. Yeah, I could do
Yeah.
it. I do want to see. I think for some of my classes, it would actually be nice if they could act out certain key scenes in the book.
Ooh.
Not my block one class. They're just look at me like cricket, cricket,
Right.
cricket. Like what? It's block one. It's 9 a.m. What?
They're not awake to
Um,
do this shit.
yeah. Whereas block three, block four come in with so much energy, and like, honestly, it's harder to get them to sit down. Like they get so into things that they need to be like, "Did you read this part?" And I'm like, yeah, we read it. It's wild, right? Like she's cheating. She's like not. She's putting a boy over her best friend. What? And having like those kinds of like really exaggerated reactions. It's really great to see like they're getting into it, but I'm also like, okay, sentate, por favor, everyone, sentate, please, sentate. Um, but yeah, they've been really getting into it. Some of the dramatics though, God, I can't even get over it.
Yeah, I should just have those just the meme responses. Gasps in Spanish. Cries in Spanish.
Yeah, instead of answering like, hola, señorita, ¿cómo estás? And I'll be like, holds up the sign like, llorar en español. Cries in Spanish.
I
Laughs in
should
Spanish. Río en español.
I should set that up for you. We'll find them gifs with the pictures and then we just change the whole wording down there. And it's like, here, print it.
I mean, hey, I did make my students make memes for a
That's true,
project, for a
you
little
did.
homework assignment. Oh, they were great. One student even put me in it.
Eh!
Yeah, it was like this picture of a falcon with like a shocked face or like with an angry face.
Right.
And it was like Señorita Wallace, cuando no hay halcón en la novela. And I'm like, great. And it's like, like Mrs. Wallace or Miss Wallace when there's no falcon in the book. And it's like an angry falcon bird. Like, where's the bird?
Aww.
I had one student that also did like Michael Jackson. It's just like, it always feels like somebody's watching me.
And I got no privacy. Oh, wow.
Yeah, just the like that lyric there, like it has
Yeah.
like a picture of a Hulk, like a little
You
falcon,
like,
looking over his shoulder. Yeah, some of the memes are excellent. For that, I gotta show you a few more. After this, possibly.
I'm glad that was an activity. I'm still glad that
Yeah,
was an activity. Those were great.
well, they're excellent. Not everyone did it, but most of the students did it in both classes. So they've been slowly trickling in throughout the last couple days too. And every time I see one, I'm like, oh no, giggle, giggle, giggle.
It's like,
Uh,
nice choice, nice choice.
yeah, unfortunately, we do need to rush the end of this novel, which I'm a little disappointed for.
Mm-hmm.
But the one class that's going to be doing a little project, they're going to do a Pechakucha. So they have to do, well, it's not going to be 20, unfortunately. It's going to be 14 slides, 20 seconds each. So one image from each chapter that represents the chapter or what they've learned. And it could be on the novel or the culture, because we've been looking at a lot of culture of Mexico, like Mexico,
Ooh.
because the novel takes place in Mazatlan, and so there's lots
Right.
of elements of Mazatlan and things there. So I get to do a little Pechacucha presentation on that. I wrote up the project
No, no, no,
instructions.
no, 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 no.
Oh lordy, I I gotta see this now. Oh,
I was doing so well until I flipped it. Oh, I
we got
broke my
data
whole truck.
tipsies.
I broke my whole truck. Fuck me.
Oh damn. Um, yeah, today I finished up the instructions for that project, the instructions on how to make the Pechacucha on Google Slides, because I'm like, oh, I only remember how to do it on PowerPoint. So I had to like write out those instructions on Google Slides, and then I made the rubric. It's so hard. Oddly enough, making the project not hard. The rubric.
Like the whole list of things. I know. Like rubrics are usually like the most tricky things. It's like, how could I grade this shit?
What am I looking for in this presentation? Images to be relevant to the book. They can't be outside of the. They can't be anything random. They can't do a presentation on soccer, for example,
Alright.
or on or hockey. Or one student's like, "Can we do a Pechacucha on the Oilers?" I'm like, no,
If only.
there's no. Sorry, I'm a little salty at the Oilers. They made us. They went. They took. Look, don't make a game go into overtime. How
Oh.
dare they? I was up late last night because they went to overtime, and then the whole downtown went erupted when McDavid scored the winning goal, and they made it to the next Western Conference Final, NHL.
Woo!
And yeah, oh, sure.
But
I'm a little bitter right now because, like, yeah, that McDavid scored, and like people must have ran out of like the couple bars that are down near me,
you're like,
and they just started chanting McDavid, McDavid, and then like the honking, oh, party people, on a Thursday night, y'all. Some of us have to work in the morning, but
oh,
uh,
tits your tats. Okay.
so yeah, I was a little salty last night, so I'm like, no, no Pechacucha on the Oilers. It has to be on Lainey Morales in the book, or it could be about the legend that you learn about. It could be about La Llorona herself. It could be about the culture in Mexico, or the plots or the story about Lainey. So there's three options there for them to do it. And yeah, creating the rubric was hard. I knew some things that I needed to look for, like presentation needs to be organized and like it's in chronological order. The pronunciation and discussion is easy to understand. They must use past tense for it because the novel is written all in past tense.
Mm-hmm.
And organized. And the last part is just sort of like they have to keep up pace of the 20 seconds per slide.
Oh, I see.
So if they keep the pace throughout the whole entire time, they get 5 marks. If they lose the pace a little bit, 4 marks. If they lose the pace halfway through, it's 3. If they lose the pace early on, it's 2. And if they just said fuck 20 seconds, then they get 1. Yeah, so I'm working on 5 categories. I don't remember all the 5 categories, but it's out of 25 basically, this project. Whereas the 4 other classes just get a really boring comprehension final exam for No Just Misteriosas.
Oof.
Yeah, but it's actually important because I'm changing their final exam from what their teacher wanted.
What did the teacher actually wanted?
They were just gonna do oral exam. That was all they were gonna do.
Oh, I see.
But after my conversation tonight, they're going to be doing reading, writing, oral. And my one class is going to be 3 separate days. Because I got to challenge them. They're 6Y. They've been speaking Spanish for 3 years already. This is their 4th year. Got to step it up, my friends. And then the 20s are doing the same thing, reading, writing, speaking, but the reading, writing will be combined. And then the oral will be separate. And it's not going to be photo prompts like they want. It's going to be based on the book, which I think they're going to be happy about because it's the most recent thing that we're doing.
Right.
Like, the whole final exam is going to be based on the recent stuff we're doing. So for my Spanish 20 classes, it's the novels. So my 2 classes that are doing Noches Misteriosas, it'll be, their final will be on that. And then the final for my other 20 class, La Llorona. There we go. They'll be doing their whole final on that. And then my 10s, my Spanish 10s, are going to be doing their final exam based on travel and past tense. Yeah.
So definitely gonna make it like easier for them rather like was one big comprehensive-ish. It's just gonna be.
I know they're gonna complain though because they want a one and done kind of deal. One day, get it over with, and then have the rest of the week to do nothing. And your last week with me in my class is going to be a little more challenging. So they're gonna be a little disappointed to hear that it's a 2 or 3 day final, but I'm also hoping for my 10s that it's a wake up call to actually, start doing the actual work in my class, please.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be challenging you with your final. So yeah, I had a really good meeting today, but yeah, I mean, like, this week was kind of nice. I only had a 2-day work week. I guess we had an extended long weekend for us teachers here for Canada in Alberta, or I guess Edmonton School Board, very specific, because we had Friday off for holiday because it's Victoria Day long weekend because we celebrate the Queen still because we're still part of the fucking Commonwealth. So we got the Friday, Monday. No, God save the Queen. There you go. You okay? But Friday, Monday off was for Victoria Day weekend, and then we had Tuesday off for day in lieu, and then Wednesday was non-instructional day, like a board-approved non-instructional day. So I had a 5-day weekend. It was chill. I don't really remember what I did, honestly. I just relaxed, got some sleep. Did a lot of prepping and planning, although now I have to adjust some of that, but it's for good reasons. And yeah, I've mentally prepared myself for Thursday, Friday, and oh boy. Last couple days have been crazy. And like, it's hard to blame the students for wanting to know about like finals and what like the next few weeks are gonna look like. Because honestly, this is the first time they've had a teacher stay with them every single day for more than 2 weeks. So they want to know the plan. They want to know what's coming up, what's going on. At the same time, I don't know what's going on with their finals. And I keep telling them, like, guys, I need to schedule a meeting. It hasn't happened yet. As soon as that meeting's scheduled, I'll have all the answers. And I have to repeat myself about 30 times on Thursday and 30 times again today, just saying, like, guys, I have not had my meeting yet. As soon as I get the resources, the plan, and everything that's going to happen, I will let you know on Monday. But I got nothing right now. And I told them that on Thursday. I just to tell the same 30 students today, I will tell you on Monday. And students were getting salty with me today. Like, honestly, today was kind of more like, kind of feeling, because like I had a group of students from like, wow, this teacher knows nothing, like, why is she our teacher? And I was like, it's not that I don't know nothing. I clearly know the language. I clearly can teach this novel. People are like, if you were to read this book on your own, would you guys understand what was going on? And they're like, no. And I'm like, exactly. So I am actually teaching you. I am your teacher. You are learning. You are sitting there complaining because you're not doing the work and you're not following along and you're not understanding the novel. So how about instead of complaining about me not knowing the answers to something that's happening in 3 weeks from now, to changing your mindset to doing the work in class and actually trying your best with the novel? Change your mindset. And they're like, well, I don't appreciate that. And I was like, okay, well then you know what? You choose how you want to work in this class, and then we'll see what it is after the finals. And like, you don't even know what the finals are, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna start to develop one based on this novel, and can't wait to see how that will go with you. Like it was just a lot of like just like a lot of that going on today. That was like I'm not stupid. It's not that I don't know what I'm doing. It's that I don't know
If
what
it's
is needed for
following the
you to
standards, yeah.
succeed. Yeah, like I can read that program of studies backwards and forwards and be like, okay, great. I know what to teach them, but what do I assess them on?
Right.
So that's where I've struggled a little bit with the curriculum and things like that. So then I reached out to my old Spanish teacher, who ends up being the resource coordinator for languages in Edmonton Public. So we had a nice conversation tonight about things. But yeah, the students today were getting so nitpicky, and like some of the things I didn't reply back to all of them, but there was one girl that just really got under my skin today. I was like, really? Really? I just want to we're gonna break this down a little bit as a class. Who here feels like they've learned something from me? Let's just do a poll. Who here feels like they now understand how to read this book on their own because of me? And everybody put their hands up except for those two girls, who were very loudly and very prominently complaining about me in class today. I was like, great. Can I ask why you guys understand the novel? And they're like, because we did the work and read it. I'm like, oh, great. Excellent. And the girls just like quieted down, like, wow, you didn't have to make a point out of it. I'm like, no, I did. Because currently you are actively like putting me down in front of everyone here, and I don't need that.
It's like if you're putting me on the spotlight, I have to return the favor. You have to know that.
And like, I know technically I probably shouldn't have done it. Be professional. Blah, 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 blah.
I
But
know
at the
you
same
probably
time,
did it
like,
as professional. You probably did it as professional as you can. Because it's
yeah,
like you're not directing it to them. Sure, it is a bit
yeah,
passive aggressive, but you're not directing it to them.
yeah. And like, even the few students who have been very frustrated with like something like the pace of it, because like I've been taking it a little slow with the novel, but now I'm finally
Mm-hmm.
picking it up. Even they were like, no, guys, like, she thought she was going to teach us for one day, and now look where she's at. She's 3 weeks in with us.
Right. And it's like, again, it's probably not the greatest sort of thing, but she's doing it, and
Yeah.
we're getting somewhere.
She's like, look, give her a break. I bet she doesn't even know what she's doing on Monday yet. Like,
To be
for,
fair, yeah, but
and like, give her a break. Yeah, the one thing's like, give her a break. She probably doesn't know what she's doing on Monday yet. She's got to create it over the weekend and like make sure the whole week's prepared. I'm pretty sure our teacher, Miss Senorita Wallace, is going week by week at this point, not 3 weeks at a time. And I was like,
I mean,
you're
damn.
right. Like, I don't want to admit it, guys, but for the last couple of weeks, I've been doing it day by day. I'm now at the point where I can do it week by week, but I can't do more than 1 week at a time. I currently can't have that foresight because I need to see how you guys manage the novel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why these 2 days it's a test to see how well you work independently and on your own. And I've learned a lot from this. And next week, I'm not going to give you that same independence. We are going through audiobooks. We're going back to the audio track and we're going back to breaking it down because half of you didn't do the work. So you all taught me a lesson. I've learned what the best way is for you to learn, and we're gonna go back to that next week. And like that class being like that honest and frank with them, they're like, oh, oh, okay. And like some of them are like,
Oh.
see, she knows what she's doing.
At least she's not like, well, you gotta pick up the pace sort of thing.
One student's just like, can we please just finish the book right now? I'm like, no, 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 no. I cannot do that because now I have a reason I can't do that. The final exam will be on the novel. So yeah, one class I got a little like testy. I was like, oh, stop! You're the third class with more than one student asking me about finals, and you are the ones being openly defiant against me. Bring it. The fourth block class is so funny because they're like, hey, miss, how's it going? Are we reading more about Kevin's drama today? I'm like, yep. We're getting right back into Kevin's drama, I promise you. And they're all pretty chill. The one, I think I told you this before, was gonna have the audacity to be like, this book's kind of boring. I was
Right.
like, what? Boring? If it's boring, why don't you go back a few chapters, write down the key events that you remember, and then make some predictions on how the book will get better, or how you would make the book better? And she's like, no. I was like, okay, sorry, I jumped the gun a little bit there. I've had a lot of students being a little testy and judgmental to me today. I'm very sorry for that little slip, but please just give the book a chance. It is called Night, like Mysterious Nights in Granada. I promise you there's going to get more mystery. Unfortunately, the chapter today had no mystery in it. It was like, why is Soraya sad? And I was like, well, make some guesses. We just learned about the three princesses. We learned a little bit more about the La Umbra. Why do you think she's sad? When Kevin brings up the story of the legend of the three princesses. Oh, she's sad for the girl that that died in the castle. I'm like, yeah, that could be the reason. Maybe she's thinking of that story and got sad about it. And they're looking at the La Umbra right now, right? And they're like, oh, that's right. And I was like, there you go, piecing it in together. You guys are getting there. Um, Block 4, that was a lot of fun because they got really into the book. And like the ones that said it was boring, I was like, I'm sorry. What is happening in this book? I was like, now you want to
Now
know
you're
what's happening.
interested.
Yeah. So like, yeah, today, all this week, though, like literally every day, some people have been like demanding me, what is our final? What is our
Right.
final? What is our final? And like, I don't blame them. They want that security. They know that I'm here until the end of the year. They want that security. They want to know. They want to be able to start mentally preparing.
Right.
But man, at the same time, like, think about all the other elements that are going on in this class and piece it together. Just like the novel. You've got me as a teacher who just got thrown into this with no resources. And you expect a teacher with no resources to know what's happening in 3 weeks? But now I do. So on Monday I can come in and be like, okay, all
Would you
of
like the bad
you,
news or the worst news?
what kind of news would you like about your final? The okay news or the not so okay news? Because you all are in for a treat.
You should try to figure out how to say that all in Spanish.
Haha. And then
Just
they'll
for
just
them
look
to
at
decipher it and be like, what? You'd
block
be like,
one. Will just like look at me with like blank eyes as always, and I'll be like, "Do you guys want the okay news or the bad news?"
right.
Well,
Just,
block
just,
2, block 3, or block 3, block 4 will look at me like, um.
yeah, you should just say it all in Spanish for like funny purposes, ish.
Yeah, I have been thinking of actually like trying to write out a script for my classes and translating it all into Spanish, but it's also so much more work than what I'm already doing.
Right.
Oh, because I'm still like really piecing together the end of this unit for my Spanish 10s. Because this unit for my Spanish 10s, my block 2 class, I
Mm-hmm.
have created and developed every single thing up until this point.
Oh, I see, I see.
So I need to create more review for them next week, and I need to try to find a way to make it interesting. Because I can tell that they're starting to get bored of the conjugation practices and like the writing their own sentences, and like they're kind of getting a little bit bored. So I need to find a way to make it a little more interesting. I wish, I wish the free Kahoot and the free Quizlet was way better than it is. Well, it's not. It is actually quite crap.
Ooh.
Sorry Kahoot, sorry Quizlet. I love you both. You're absolutely amazing. But the free account for Kahoot, you can only have up to like 4 other people in the Kahoot room with you
Oh.
as the creator when you play the game. And I'm like, I have a class of feel like 17 to 20 people. I'd have to make like 5 accounts,
And then like try to spread it out.
5 separate games. Yeah, and like make 5 groups of kids and make them all play. Like it would be too much. And then Quizlet, you only get a certain number of flashcards, or you get only a certain number of things in each game. So unfortunately, it's not the greatest. So I've been trying to find a way to make it more creative, and more interactive. But my block 2s, those Spanish 10s, just don't like to do any of it. The fun ones, the fun stuff, the not so fun stuff, any of that they don't like to do. So I think next week I might pick a song that's again in past tense and have them like highlight all the pretérito. And then they can have 7 years stuck in their head again. Oh, Spanish 20s have come up to me every now and then going like, a 7 años. A los 7 años. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's been funny. But yeah, maybe I'll make my Spanish 10s do those two songs. Yeah, somebody that I used to know and 7 years in Spanish. And then technically has both past tenses in it, but I want to challenge them to find the pretérito and translate the verbs. So maybe I'll do that on Monday just to make it a little different for them.
Try to do a no phone run. See if they could either remember the song or try to.
What I might do is actually like change it up a little bit, like don't give them the lyrics straight away, and so they have to watch the lyric video closely and write down all the pretérito verbs that they can or know of, and then give them the lyrics, and then they have to highlight whatever else they didn't write down.
That would be better, yeah. So at least it's like a blind test, right? And be like, just hear it once. Just do a go over sort of thing and be like, alright, did you guys get some of it? Sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like play it twice and then hand out the lyrics and play it a third time. Yeah, I might do that with them on Monday just to get some engagement from them. And I have to be a little harsh with them on Monday because I've been harsh on them the last couple of days where I'm like, I need your late projects handed in by Monday, like by Monday by lunch, because I am releasing the grades, like I'm releasing the progress reports on Monday after school. So if I don't have your projects in over the weekend, they're going to be ungraded and you will see that affect your mark. So far, none of them have turned it. So I'm going to have a whole list of parents to call Monday night. Because the system at Lillian is you give them a verbal warning in class once, a second reminder, and if they don't turn it in within 24 hours of that second reminder, the next available day, so whether it's like a Friday or a Monday, you remind them a third time. You tell them that you're calling home until that project's turned in. Yeah. And even after that, then the department head will make the phone call home. Yeah. So Monday I could be at work for a long time doing some like parent calls. And I'll be like, hi, is this the parent of play?
Parent of play. I love that.
This is the parent of play. I am their Spanish teacher, Miss Wallace. And I've been talking to your child about the project that was due at the beginning of May. I recently taken over the class. I gave them a little bit of leeway, but now at this point, that project must be completed as soon as possible. Can you please assist me with reminding your child to complete the project and turn it in as soon as they can? Thank you.
What's interesting that it is not a use it or lose it sort of thing. It's just like, if you don't do it, you don't do it.
We have a no-zero policy.
Interesting.
But I can't physically write down a 0 on their sheets. I leave it blank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I can mark it as missing after Monday. So I can actually like put it in the log, like missing assignment.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I have a student that hasn't turned in anything like all year, it looks like to me. And yeah, she was like so upset because at the start of the year, 92%, and like with her first few projects, and then like did nothing and stopped showing up, even for me. And it dropped from a 92 to a 29. Yeah. And I'm like, oh man. And she's like, how can I improve my mark?
Wow.
I'm like, well, a great idea would be to attend a class regularly. That'd be the good first step. Second step would be to complete the work. Even if it's just if it's just a comprehension package in the class for the novel, great. Do the work, read the novel, make sure you know what's going on, and then when it comes to big assessment days or when projects are due, turn it in on time. Pretty basic student responsibilities in a way, you know? So I've been trying to get her back into the classroom, but she still skips, or she will come to class, start doing things a little bit, then be like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And I'm like, "Do you really have to go?" She's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Okay, you can go, but please be back soon, or be quick, be back as soon as you can." And then she's gone the rest of the class.
Man.
Yeah. So I'm struggling with a couple students that I'm just like, and I could tell that they're maybe, I know one girl is from Colombia, so she's a native speaker
Mm-hmm.
of Spanish. And I can tell she's annoyed that she has me as a teacher because I'm not a native Spanish
Right.
speaker. So she just boycotts the class or skips it. Another student, too, has chosen to just skip the class because they don't care anymore, or they're not going to take it next year, so they don't care. And unfortunately, they're going to see it reflected in their grade. So it's been a little challenging. I think next week I'm going to start pulling a trick that another teacher does. If a student's out of my class longer than 15 minutes, call the office down and page them back to my room.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple teachers on my floor that do that. Mm-hmm. So I might have to start doing that with a couple students. Yeah. I have a teacher. Like, this week has been like, oh man. All of those questions about finals, and then the one student that's like done nothing like all year comes up to me like, "Hi, my marks are 29 right now. What can I do to improve it?" Oh boy. I don't. I mean, yikes.
Right. It's like, like, to be fair, there's no way to improve it, is there? To even like a passing grade.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get her project done, and I think she's gonna come in and do it face to face with me on Monday at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so it's just easier for her to like just get it done and over with. Because
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the students have had issues with Google Classroom, like uploading things.
Like a technical issue,
Yeah, like I was actually gonna talk to you, Mr. IT.
right?
Um, one student has this video, and it's 2 minutes and 3 seconds
Right.
long. When he uploads it and he's about to submit it or turn it in, for some reason the video's down to 3 seconds.
Um.
And he has no idea what to do to fix it. He's re-recorded it. He has done it over and over again and has done the same process with it over and over again and does the same thing.
Interesting.
Weird, right? And I'm like, that is so strange. Like, I don't even know what I would do with that. Like, have you tried uploading it to, like, do you have a way to upload it to, like, a website, like YouTube or something? He's like, no, not really. Parents don't want me on it. I'm like,
That's the only way I could think of it. It's I guess it's a wonder how big his movie file is. We could probably ask him that. We'll try our best not to be too technical, but we'll try.
yeah, I might just have him come in and, like, read it out loud to me as well.
You're right.
If he struggles with it over the weekend, he's gonna talk to his older brother, who's in university. See if like, he can help over the weekend.
Right.
But yeah, I've had students come up to me with those kinds of like really odd issues. Or like they swear they've attached the file and have turned it in, and then I look at it, it's not there.
It's probably a very legitimate reason. It's like,
Yeah, so there's like total legitimate things. So I've had a few students who are like, I just need to talk to like someone that I know on the weekend, and I'm like, all right, but like I need it Monday. If it's not there, it's a phone call home, and it's kind of helping to ride through this like sub thing without a phone call home to parents.
Right.
But now, what is gonna happen? So it's kind of like, so this week has been a lot of that. It's been like, guys, projects, please turn them in. They're due, please. They've been due for a month. They now need to be turned in, or else a phone call home and like having to be the put the foot down teacher this week.
Right.
So it's just not been fun, but it is what it is. And then yeah, Monday I get to face the wall of phone calls. Mm. Mm.
Right. It's a wonder. I mean, like, if it's a technical issue, it's like you should have brought this up earlier, sort of thing.
Mhm. Yeah. I was so mad at one student. I should have seen that wants to do it at lunch on Monday face to face. I was so mad at her because she went out in the hallway to record it. Didn't come back for 20 minutes. And then she's like, yeah, sorry, I got distracted and then my phone died. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. What did you do for 20 minutes to kill your phone?
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, it needs to be done. Come in on Monday at lunch, and near the end of lunch, because I do have a meeting during lunch. Come towards the end of lunch, we'll do it face to face before everyone else gets in the room, and then I'll mark you based on that. So now she has at least the weekend to prepare for it, but we'll see if she does or not.
Right.
So yeah, it's been, this last 2 days have really done me in, I'm not gonna lie. Oh! Very tired. And plus today didn't help because someone had to save my ass at lunch, which, thank you. God, I don't even know what happened this morning. Like, I woke up, like, just before 6, and I was like, no, I can't. I'm gonna sleep a little longer, just get that, like, extra Z's, because I was up late last night watching the
Right.
fucking Oilers game, and then hearing my whole city explode in celebration until way past 11 o'clock. So I was like, I'm gonna get myself a little extra sleep. So I set my alarm for 6:15. I'm like, sweet. Alright, I'll get up. And then, yeah, I slept through that and woke up at 6:20. I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. I need to go. And then, yeah, I finished getting all of my stuff ready, and then I realized, oh my god, it's after 7.
Oh shit.
Tabby, can you take me to work? I had to wake up my sister gently. I'm like, can you take me to work? I'm sorry. So she took me down, and then yeah, in the rush of like getting everything ready and going out the door, left my lunch bag.
Aww.
And I was gonna be some nice pasta, but no, I left it at home, and so I didn't even realize that I did that until I got to work. Like I went upstairs and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the staff room. I'm gonna fill up my water bottle, put my lunch in the fridge, and I was like, where's my lunch?
Where's your lunch?
Shit. Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? And I was like, just sat there panicking for like the first like 30 minutes I was at work. And I was like, no,
Right.
Violet, shut up. You gotta go printing. You gotta go to get your printing done. You gotta go do this. You gotta go do. Violet, stop panicking. And I went through all that. And then, yeah, I was like, the students were doing a review activity at the beginning of class, and that's when I started texting you. I was like, Daryl, I'm so stupid. I'm a hot mess. I'm tired. I'm cranky. Can you send money so I has food?
Aww.
Yeah, hot mess today. And then yeah, I got home and I was so tired. I was so tired all night, and I was like, I should just go nap, but no, me was dumb, and I decided to go play Animal Crossing. And play Animal Crossing with Han. I also had to do stupid Toastmaster stuff tonight too, because a lot going on tomorrow morning.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, no one signed up to be Toastmaster again, so I have to be it.
Oh, jeez.
Hate it. And then it's elections as well for the new executive next year. And yeah, 2 speakers, so it's a whole full ass meeting tomorrow morning.
Right.
And then yeah, I had to draft an email or contact information to send out to an organization for CORE. And one of the members emailed me back to say I asked for feedback, and he was just a dick about it.
Oh, jeez.
And he was just like, yeah, let me work with you to redraft this letter. I'll give you some tips I use to tailor your communication for a specific audience. We can use your points, but reorder them. The challenge with the letter basically is you have not written it for the specific audience who are supporting vulnerable Aboriginal women. So we need to redo this. Talk soon. I was like, way
Okay.
to cut me down, dude. I haven't even responded back because I'm like, I'm not in the state or the mental capacity to respond back to a pretty pointed email. So yeah, Toastmasters bullshit. Um, yeah, and then I taught kiddos this week for school.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Good mood. Good mood.
look, I'm hanging in there by a thread.
Yeah.
Um, school kiddos this week. Actually, really good sessions on Sunday and Wednesday. Did really enjoy it. I finally got a good random encounter set up for my Wednesday class.
Hey, nice.
That was really good. And then Sunday night, it led to some really cool revelations and neat, interesting twists that I didn't expect from the kiddos. They convinced the one lady that they are fighting, like actively fighting against, to work with them to destroy the person who's imprisoning her
Oh.
and making her do the things that she's doing. And I was like, ooh, okay, roll that persuasion check. Let's see. Roll with advantage because you're pulling out the what's it called? The prisoner complex.
Um.
It's the nest. I was gonna say Schrodinger, but no.
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 What is that?
Fuck.
I know what you're talking about too, actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Part of me wants to be like Schindler's List. I'm like, no, that's a movie.
Wrong one. Woo.
Woohoo! Anyway, you guys know what I mean. Like, pull out her heartstrings for being like a prisoner, and like getting rid of your captor, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they were successful with that. So now they've all fleshed out and hatched out a plan without any prompts from me, with the villain or with their initial villain to take down a bigger villain. So that's gonna be really interesting this weekend. And then Wednesday night, yeah, random encounters set up, and the kids enjoyed it. They were able to save a few creatures from a larger creature attacking them on their way down to save a village that's been experiencing strange magical occurrences that are not normal or typical to the Feywild, which is saying something because the Feywild's its own wackadoodle thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they did a few random encounters that way. My NPC that's joined them almost got killed. And I was like, okay, look at me killing my own character, guys. And they're like, yeah,
Oopsies.
you're the teacher, you're not supposed to do that. And I'm like,
Try
look,
not to. But
I'm trying to roll my dice and make it all work, but the dice are saying no. And
dice
they're all
told me
laughing
not.
at that. Like, your dice are really mean to, like, your bird. I'm like, yeah, they're nice to all of you. But today it's like, Cardan, the
Birdie
Aarakocra
time.
bird,
Nope.
no. Yeah, so they're all giggling at me on Wednesday, which was nice. And then,
Aw.
yeah, no kiddos this Friday or tonight because taking a
Big
1 week break before the new
thing.
campaign. Taking the 1 week break before the Tomb of Annihilation.
Ooh.
And I'm homebrewing it, so it won't be the exact same thing from the module because it is a campaign book. I'm taking the concept and altering it a little for the kids. It's going to become like a treasure hunter thing instead of a treasure hunter and defeat the curse kind of campaign versus like the many other little things that happens in that quest. So yeah,
Sounds
that's
pretty
what I'll-
fun. At least your D&D kiddos are getting in it.
Yeah, and then I've
Picking
listed
their
my
ways.
summer classes, so I'll be reminding all of my kiddos in the next couple of weeks to sign up for those over July and August and a little bit into September, because it's just the way things work.
Right.
So yeah, why is my computer just open up the website I need? I don't want to Google search it. Okay. So yeah, I got summer classes listed, hoping to teach a class Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, at various times over the summer, and it's all 5 of the campaigns I currently have. So
Hey.
my beginner campaign, which is Chaos and Hupperduke, to Exile to Feywild, to Magical Twist of Fates, into Curse of Strahd, and Tomb of Annihilation.
Damn, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at you.
What?
Having all that set up.
Me?
It's like,
Yeah.
you know where this is gonna go. wherever this is gonna go, sort of thing. That's pretty good.
Did all that over the long weekend. Whoop whoop.
Through that pretty, hopefully chill 5-day weekend.
Uh-huh. And now I got just back to a regular weekend and 5-day weeks for the rest of the school year.
Another 3-4 weeks, and then a couple more because of grading. Whew.
I won't be officially done until the 26th.
You still got one more month with them.
Yeah.
Well,
Is it the 26th or the 28th? Back one of those days.
it's one of those days.
One of them days. And then who knows what my future terms in public will be like, because tonight they announced that they're gonna have more cuts to the education program.
Oh jeez.
250 teaching jobs are going to be cut from this year's
Yes.
budget, and 138 educational assistants are going to be all cut out. Man.
Ow. I've been punctured.
Oh, yoys. Yeah. So my future that was in public is a little. I don't know what's happening. We're gonna find out really. Yeah.
Have there been any interesting positions, even with these cuts, that you've seen inside the database so far?
Not yet. I want to look this weekend though.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really had the time to look with a bunch of shit going on.
Right.
But yeah, the highlights I guess of this week were out school kiddos. Some of my students getting really into the novel and
I
making
still
me
like
giggle.
that. Right.
Really making me giggle about some of their reactions. Like, what? She flirted with him? Really?
She
Why
did
him?
that.
What happened with Jake? And I'm like, okay.
They're really getting into it.
Oh yeah. And then so highlight teaching my D&D kiddos. Other highlight kids getting really into the novels, and my meeting with my old Spanish teacher
Which
who
is
sent
amazing
me 5 different emails with a shit ton of resources on it.
I am glad as he's your resource coordinator. That's just amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been great. Like some of this stuff has been absolutely like, oh my god.
Now you have a plan, sort of thing.
Now I can like take the things he's given to me and adapt them a little bit to kind of fit what we've been doing in class. And
you have a direction, definitely.
yeah, I have like a roadmap now to like the next few weeks. Because my kiddos are gonna be done their finals before the exam break. Because the exam break is saved for the Spanish 30s. Or not for Spanish 30s only, but like for the grade 12s, I should say.
The bigger,
or like
the bigger classes. Right.
So yeah, those last few weeks for me will be marking and exam supervision. I get to do exams supervision for biology diploma and chemistry diploma. I'm like, yeah, you picked the right person. I don't know shit.
Nice. Oh, but you're just there to just like see if they're cheating, basically.
Yeah. But like, if
So
they have a question about something, I will be like, I literally cannot help you.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Rather than using teacher knowledge right there to be like, nope.
Yeah, I think one supervisor only out of the 5 that are there can be a subject specialist, but that's only because they need to check the exams to make sure they're correct.
But that's it.
Yeah. And then the rest of us are not subject specialists. So like, I'll be in the gym. I think I looked at like what some of the teachers taught, and like there's a couple English teachers, there's a phys ed teacher, and like definitely teachers who don't teach those subjects. So yeah, it's interesting, like all the rules, regulations. I'm like, oh man, here we go.
It's gonna get spicy.
Yeah, and then this weekend, I have Toastmasters in, oh boy, like 10 hours from now? Yeah, Toastmasters in the morning. I have a nice break between Toastmasters and what I'm doing in the evening, which you don't know about really. Well, you kind of know, you
You
kind of
kind of
don't.
told me, and I've kind of
Um,
seen some tweets, which is interesting,
yeah, I'm starting a D&D group
exciting.
with my sister, a few of her friends, and my friend Han, who I met on
Ooh.
Twitter. And the beautiful thing about this, we're all in the Mountain Time Zone.
Hey, it's actually localish if you think
It
about
is
it.
all of us are local except for, well, my sister's one person. Oh shit, I'm tired. Lives in Calgary. So like there's
Ah.
that like distance. And then Han is in Utah.
Oh, okay, I see.
So yeah, same time zone as Crumbler, because Crumbler's also in Utah. So that's why it's still like the same time zone. It's just not local, but it's still like local time
Right,
in a way.
it's feasible.
Yeah, so it's easy. So we're gonna start our first session tomorrow night at 5:30 p.m. and that is to get everybody on D&D Beyond, to make an
Ah.
account and teach them how to make a character, and then kind of just talk about how they want to play the game, like what kind of play style are they looking for, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
teach them what play styles are available. So, like, are you someone who likes a lot of role playing acting? Do you like someone who likes to look for clues and puzzle and solve puzzles? Are you someone who loves the fighting aspect of D&D? You want to just destroy a bunch of evil creatures?
Right.
Are you someone that likes all three of those styles? And are you someone that likes lore? Like, do you love learning about the story and the world that you're playing in? And like figuring out what kind of games they want to play.
Mm-hmm.
And then setting up those boundaries. Like if anything in the game is uncomfortable, then like we can use like a little safety word like nugget. I don't know. I got a sticker about nuggets, so that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Like chicken
Nugget.
nugget nuggets.
Yeah, it's like so I feel sad. Give me nugget.
Aww.
And yeah, I have that pinned on my wall.
Nice.
Which is very ironic because like I have a poster that's like this world
Oh, it's a
after.
car.
Oh, um, this world absolutely needs your love, and then underneath it, I'm so sad. Give me nuggets.
Aww.
That's where I'm at with my wall. My wall is actually wild now that I look at it. I have like some positive things, like this world absolutely needs your love, and then I got like a cool license plate kind of sign in the UK
Mm-hmm.
that I've got hung up where it's like, remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think.
Ooh.
Then I got like a little Christmas card that I got from my friend Kayla this past Christmas. On the wall, I've got a really pretty Celtic cross because Ireland when I was there. I
Mm-hmm.
have a really nice little like plushy thingy that I got with a sword and staff on it from Brussels.
Ooh.
I have a little Christmas tree with the Canadian maple leaf in it that my mom gave me before I went to the UK.
Aww.
I got these nice little leaf lights kind of surrounding all of it. Then on pinned to my wall as well, I've got a picture of a fellow Extra Life fundraiser. So sad, give me nuggets. And then I have a D&D keychain
Yo.
hanging up on my wall that says, it's really dark in my room. I'm all natural and has like a natural 20, like a 20
Aww.
on it.
Like a 20.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that Chelsea made, Sharks and Donuts.
Hey.
So my wall is wild right now. I got my mix of positivity, cute, and then like so sad. Give me nuggets.
I kind of want to start posting the rest of the posters I got, especially if I'm gonna get new posters. Still, like, haven't hung them up here yet, even though I've been staying here for like what, almost like more than 8 months, almost 9 months now.
Yeah, you're approaching a year here soon.
Yeah, I've been like, I don't know why I've been hesitant to post to put it up there, even though like I had all the time in the world to do it. So
Yeah.
like the only thing I have still is like the usual Sonic Werehog wall scroll that I've had for a while. Little thing that I got from like a little project with a streamer way back when. And then like I have like my pins that I get. They're mostly like Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, so like Power Rangers sort of pins, but obviously you guys can't see it because I have small camera, so you cannot see it right now. Maybe I'll show it when I'm doing the just chat. I could probably do it. Yeah, you can't see it. I'm also putting my buttons up there. I'm planning to get more buttons, in the future, this weekend. So maybe I could like get this quirk board up filled with buttons because I thought that was like a really smart idea. and I kind of want to keep doing that. Like filling
Yeah.
that cork board up. And I
Speaking
do
of
like put
sharks and
posters right
donuts, you
there.
do have a shark donut pen
I do.
from
Actually,
Chelsea.
I put all 3 of them up there. Actually,
Nice.
my mic is like kind of blocking it, but there you go. You guys can kind of see as I'm driving very badly. So I have, I think, the vampire one, the chocolate donut one, and the green one. I think.
Yeah, what
Or
color
the
are your donut? Or what color are the sharks?
green, rainbow, and red and black, I believe.
Ah,
Black.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very cute.
So, yeah, they're very cute. I love the art. Thank you for bringing me to that shop that has like a little section of all of her art. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna link her in the chat real quick. Because she is doing a lot of, Oh, Brain, you can do it. Come on, Brain. You got
We
this.
can power through for the next couple minutes.
Brain!
Brains.
Wow. Um, she's going to a lot of little artist alleys and conventions herself.
Hey.
Lately, a little local for now. She doesn't want to really do international, but
That's
she
fair.
was
That's
in
fair.
Calgary recently for Oda Fest.
I've heard about a couple things about Oda Fest.
Yeah, and then this weekend she is headed to GFG, which is I don't know what that is.
Somewhere.
GFG. She's doing Gamers for Groceries this weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's a little charity thing for all of May 20th, basically. It's 1 p.m. onwards till about 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do I describe this? It is a charity stream where they have a bunch of creators come together and stream during the day to fundraise money and donations to Food Banks Canada.
Ooh, nice. That's actually really cool. I've not heard much for like food bank charity streams. Like, yeah, of that sort. Usually it's like Extra Life or, other like the for the kids sort of thing, like the for like medical and whatnot. But that's like I think one of the first few I've heard for like food, like food charities, food banks, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
That's pretty
well,
cool.
I think I showed you when you were here, but in Rolling Tales, Chelsea, the artist that we're talking about, and that oh my god, I linked it in fucking.
I just noticed that now. Oh shit.
Well, here's Gamers for Groceries. I'll post the like event schedule and things like that here if anyone wants to go this weekend. 1 p.m. Mountain Time, so 12 p.m. Pacific. 3 p.m. Eastern. There we go. It's like, is it 4 or 3? I can't remember. 3 p.m. Eastern. Great charity for Canada. I know it's Food Banks Canada, and some people out there are kind of like, who cares about Canada? But it's a really good charity. Like, Food Banks Canada has been around for forever, and they really help out people who are in a bind. So, really great support. I know plenty of friends, university students. My own family has gone to like food banks, so it's pretty important. But yeah, Chelsea at Rolling Tales, and I'll get that link from fucking Skype. She does. If you donate $10 to the food bank at Rolling Tales, she'll do a $10 commission. So if you donate $10 to Food Banks Canada and Rolling Tales, she'll do a quick little like sketch commission.
Aww, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so a lot of things that she'll do is like Critical Role characters, because man, Critical Role is huge up here. Which I wish more CR people can come to Canada, because Edmonton, man, we got you. I ran into 8 people in the last few weeks that like watch Critical Role here. So
wow, that's quite a turnout. That's quite a bit actually.
Yeah, so yeah, she's always been an advocate for Food Banks Canada, and her family's got a similar story about like needing to use the food bank when she was younger, and all that stuff. So, like it's a really good cause. So Gamers for Groceries, very creative.
That's pretty cool.
Very cool. They're doing a lot of fun stuff actually. They're doing like pre-show stuff, opening. They do an art stream kickoff.
Nice.
Where they will be sketching up your donation rewards over the course of the whole show but they're gonna start in the first 20 minutes with like if they have any donations throughout the opening and pre-show. Then they will do some sketches live. Then they do sound blasters. And this is
Ooh.
really cool. It's a group of audio designers will each take us through their workflow, whether working with cinematics, making sound effects proper, or using special plugins to really make their tools sing. So it's all about like
Yo.
actual like an audio group, like audio designers, doing that kind of stuff for like over an hour, and then after that, it's oh god no. Win prizes for your knowledge of video game gods and godlike beings.
Whoa.
And they have an interview with Mike Trapp, who's a Canadian writer and host of shows such as Actually. And he talks about his creative process and building a positive community using comedy.
Ooh.
And then 4 o'clock Mountain Time is Whose Narrative Is It Anyways? So join the
Nice.
BioWare writers. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
Edmonton
pretty
has
cool.
a BioWare office here.
That's
Join
true,
the
that's true.
BioWare writers as they try to come up with compelling missions on the spot based on wild suggestions from you and your donations. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. They get to create like little game plots based on
Right.
suggestions and like little hooks and things. So that's really funny. And then the last part of that whole event is Draw Free Live. So join us for a special episode of Draw Free, a comedy drawing show where the artists will be trying to convert their memories of BioWare characters into reality.
Dang.
Yeah. So really cool event, super important. We know hunger is an issue out there in the world, so it's no different here in Canada. I can assure you on that. And plus, rising grocery prices. Oh my lord! I was so upset. My coffee creamer that I normally get, that's usually under $5, was over $5 recently.
Aww.
So I can't even get coffee creamer right now, y'all.
That's lame.
But I get paid over the weekend from my classes I've taught in the last little while, so I'll get there. It just been a little.
Right. Aww.
And I'll be getting paid at the end of this month pretty soon in the next few days. A big teaching pay.
You're the big boy pay.
A big boy pay, yeah.
You're big boy pay.
Having fun there?
I am a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want to see what these looks like. Ooh. Okay, now we're having too much fun with. I just realized, like, I'm looking at scene transitions. It's like, what is this all about? It's like, oh, so this is what makes it look really cool.
I was just like talking, and I was like, nope, don't break it. Keep talking. And then I'm like, what the fuck?
And like, you realize I'm doing like all this shit right now. Be like, hi.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know where we're going with all this, but it's late.
Just sharing all this fun stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff up here. Yeah. Anything else from me? I don't think so.
Can't
was a
think of
lot.
anything. It was a lot. I mean, pretty much we did quite a bit. I mean, to be fair, it's not 2 weeks of updates. It's just 1 week of updates. But still, we did quite a talk a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Yep. I'm feeling the end of school year like teacher. Whoosh.
you're almost there.
Yeah. I saw a joke earlier today. I'm gonna tell you guys where I'm at mentally today. For ya. I saw a joke where it's just like, you can tell teachers are done with the year when. And I was like this lady that popped into our classroom, sat down, like, hey guys, sorry I'm late. I had a breakdown on the way here. And the student's like, oh no, what happened to your car? I'm like, car? No. Anyway, sit down, let's get started with class. I was like, oh lordy.
Oh my god.
I haven't had a breakdown on the way to school before, but after going home, yes.
Oh no.
Because as you can tell, I'm putting in a lot of hours for this, trying to do a good job for my kids. Like, I'm getting to school before 8 a.m. every day. I work through my lunch. I stay till 4:30 every day. And I've been doing that for weeks. And then I come home and I keep up with my Spanish. I mark, I plan, I create resources. I'm like constantly working until I go to sleep. Sometimes I take the occasional break and be like, fuck all the Spanish. Like, go to YouTube I watch some D&D in English. But yeah, it's been a lot, and I can feel it. I feel it. And I just have to hang in there for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 days.
You could do it.
Something like that. 5, 10, 15, 25.
Oh, I know what I just realized what died. My phone that did my webcam, so you just see a beautiful face. That's great.
Oh,
Don't
look
worry
at
about
that.
it.
Look at that face. Just like,
Look at that
hi.
face. Yeah. So we're gonna
Hi.
keep it like that for now. I guess that kind of signifies the way to end the stream, right? Or about to end the stream with
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
broken ass
yeah.
face or frozen face from Lenoir.
Beautiful. See, we should have done this on a Saturday, then it would really be scruff and stuff. I
Right. But we,
don't
we
know.
we tried our best to make it funky fresh.
We had my sillies in there. We got real, and
Hmm.
we got some fresh takes.
We did get some fresh takes. They're pretty fresh.
um, and now we're gonna hang out for a bit more and pass out.
Pretty much. It's been quite a productive week for both of us. Maybe like a little at wits end at some points, but we definitely powered through. And now we're just gonna have I'm gonna have a very interesting, fun weekend.
Yeah, you
Hopefully,
will.
you'll be able to have a chill, fun weekend as well.
I get to play D&D twice this weekend, so
Yeah. So like, at least you
I
get
actually
some.
get to teach D&D twice this weekend. One for free, one for money.
Hey, that's how you get the people. That's how you get them, right? Okay.
That's how I build friendships and make a living.
That's a way to put. That's the way to put D&D in your eyes. That's actually amazing to hear. It's like friendships and money.
Oh, yeah, it'll be great. That's what I'm looking forward to the most this weekend is D&D and getting some rest and confirming my new position on the executive for Northern Lights.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna run for VPPR,
ooh, interesting.
Public Relations. I'm gonna be one of the faces of Northern Lights next year.
Yo.
I mean, I create most of the fucking content anyway. So now it's just a matter of like, I gotta get trained on Meetup. I gotta get trained a little bit more on newsletter because I'll be now in charge of the newsletter next year. It'll be just those two things I gotta really quirk up on. Quirk up on? Quirk up on. That's a word, right? Sure. We'll make the word quirky a verb.
Yes.
Anything's a verb. Can
Anything
I?
could be a verb.
I'm gonna pull you. I'm
Okay.
gonna play about the weather for a moment.
Go for it.
Why did Alberta decide that this week would be humidity week?
Ew.
It has been up in like
Ew.
the 20 degrees Celsius range, and it's been nothing but like heavy air. Like it's just so heavy and like and sweaty. Oh my lordy.
Ew. Oh my god, it was like just like to go for that shorter side. It was like that too for the beginning of the week. It was for whatever reason a heat wave decided to come in earlier this week, and like San Francisco was like in the 80s. San Francisco is not good when it's in the 80s. It's gross.
Yeah. But I mean up here, up here, it's
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
prairies, flat. And for some reason the air is like, ha ha ha, bitch. We're
Decided to
gonna
be
make
like
it
warm and musty.
heavy, and we're gonna make it like all like.
Would
It
you
doesn't
like
help
to
that we've
see?
had storms too. When it storms, we do get humidity,
Ooh,
like the
that's
thunderstorms
interesting.
we've had. Well,
I've
we
heard
had.
I've heard a couple rumbles from your mic early on. I think it calmed down a
Yeah.
bit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Calm down. But we had that storm last tonight. Then we had a storm a couple nights ago as well. Fun fact: Sister's kitty cat Oscar, no good in storms.
Aww.
He has to go hide under my sister's bed. He don't like it.
Be like, no, 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 no.
Yeah, he doesn't like a lot of the loud noises anyway downtown.
I
He gets
see.
kind of like skittish, so like hearing that thunder and that rumble is like, nope, and like, like a flight mode kicks in, and he has to go hide under bed.
It's like fight or flight, bye, sort of
So
thing.
now that we know that, we're gonna have to like give him some extra loving and care.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Aww.
At least he's not like my one uncle's dog. When it was storming, he used to be like, "Ah."
Aw.
But yeah, this poor kitty is like, baby. I was like, that's another noise out there.
Couldn't give a shit. Couldn't give.
Yeah, pretty much. And then she'll just kind of like, oh, and then like look at both of my sister and I, and we're like, yes, how's it going, baby? And falls back asleep.
Well, same.
Yeah. Whereas me, I was terrified because like this is the first time I've lived in a building like higher up than the second floor. It's like we're on the sixth floor of this building, and when the thunder really rumbles, it shakes the building.
It shook the building. Oh,
You
rumble,
feel the
rumble.
rumble in the bed, and I'm like,
It's like a rumble in the tummy, just worse.
mm. I don't do well in storms.
That's fair. No, I don't do well with thunderstorms either. It's been a while, and the last time I experienced it was last year when I was in Texas, which is basically roughly the same as Edmonton prairies.
Mhm.
You know, like rolling hills and whatnot, but
Yeah.
like very flat nonetheless. It was stormy season over there, and yeah, heavy rain is fine. Thunderstorms on the hand as like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, it's pretty dicey.
I mean,
I
it's
don't.
cool to look at in a distance. It's not cool if it strikes like a quarter of a mile away.
Yeah, my sister kept telling me like, yeah, the other night when the storm was really bad, like we could see lightning between the buildings, like hop, tap, tap, tap.
Yeah, no.
No,
I like to watch it in a distance, not where it's me.
I am literally like turtle mode. Like I like go underneath my blanket and like turtle.
Aww.
Be like, no bad stormies. Bad.
Storms be bid.
Yeah. Which is funny, last year we didn't have like any thunderstorms at all last year. It was just hot. And now this year it's like, hee hee, surprise, motherfuckers, we doing some stormy storms. Like, okay. But we do need the rain. Like the rain has actually been like a blessing.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah, because it's actually cooling us down quite nicely tonight and into tomorrow. So it'll be a nice little reprieve.
Hey, that's good.
But yeah, I just wanted to talk about like, hey, M10 decided we gonna have storms this year, friends, and I'm like, no.
It's all gonna be fun.
And when it's stormy, and we get humidity, and I'm like, uh
And that's when it gets grody.
huh, and that's when it's like, okay, shower, shower, shower.
Ew. Yeah. No. Like just the feeling when it's like sticky. It's just
Mhm.
um,
My sister and I are so like, oh, that's funny. I realize our theme tomorrow for Toastmasters is family ties, and both my sister and I are like us with our family and how much we love them.
family ties or lack thereof. Oh.
A little bit. And I was like, yeah, that's okay. She's table topics master, and I'm Toastmaster. We're like, wow, I picked the wrong two for the job. We gotta pretend to say something nice, and I'm like, I will BS my way through that.
We will give the best grinning face as we can for this shit. Eh.
Guess who's been faking it until she makes it for this whole last few weeks of teaching? She can fake it till she makes it in Toastmasters.
Heh.
I forgot I went to a Toastmasters meeting this week. And Richard said he would have voted me as best evaluator in an evaluation contest if that was ever a thing. He would like rate me very high on the evaluation ballot.
Aww.
Because I had to evaluate his speech very last minute, by the way. I just joined to kind of listen in because it's a quirky little superhero theme. Plus Rebecca's a sweetheart and asked me, did you come? And I'm like, okay, I can't say no to you. And it ended up being like a really cool meeting. But yeah, I had to evaluate, and he was giving me a lot of like compliments, like, yeah, your feedback's right on the money about what I thought about my presentations. Thank you so much for the tips and even suggestions. And honestly, Beth, if we do the evaluation contest as a district next year, you'd make a great contestant.
Aww.
It's like, oh, look at me using my teacher skills and my Toastmaster skills and putting them together and be like, what the
You'd be a good teacher.
See?
You'd be the best teacher.
No!
Oh,
I am,
a teacher.
making sure, I'm a teacher that's making sure we all at least survive.
That's fair. Oh.
Yeah, when I get more of this under my belt, then I'll be like, okay, maybe I can do this.
Maybe I could be a good. Maybe I could really be a good teacher.
Well, tomorrow night will be a real good test if I'm a good teacher or not, because I'm literally meeting another group of strangers for the first time
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
and having to teach them how to make a character. So, yeah.
That is true. That is true.
So excited though. Oh my gosh, I finally get to like talk to Han. Like verbally, vocally.
Aww.
I was gonna say orally, and I was like, wait a minute.
Eddie!
Wait a minute.
My way I'm gonna do this is. But.
Are we ending it now?
Should we just end it right there?
I think so. What a moment ended on oral.
Or. What a moment ended on oral.
No, I was gonna do the commandees.
Are you gonna do commandees?
I have to talk about me anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Here, thank you. Okay, let me see if I could properly do that quote unquote outro so we could transition to your thing. I could do this. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed all the fun, funky, fresh Fridays that we provided here on Truck and Talk this week. Thank you, Dragon, for being such an awesome guest. You can feel free to relink your stuff as I decided to kind of went ahead on that one. My bad.
Well, thank you for having me, and hello, I is a mythical dragon. I do things sometimes. Not gonna lie, a little delay in content lately, but as you can tell, I'm keeping my head above water. So I will get back videos this weekend. I have some time for once now to actually get back on the YouTube. So follow me and subscribe to me on YouTube for the return of videos. They will be back as soon as I can. Follow me on Twitter as well. I'm Mythical Dragon on Twitter. I retweet a lot of things. I tweet some hot, fresh, funky takes on teaching like I did today on that one. So go ahead, follow me on Twitter for that. And I am a tired, broke, beyond exhausted teacher, so if you want to help support me with some coffee, please do. That money will go literally to my Starbucks app, and I can
Get that
money.
starbs.
Starbucks, but if you much rather support charity, I am doing. Did I?
Type it again. It probably glitched out as always.
Bam! There we go. Oh,
There
there
it
you
is.
go. Twice. Click on the link and double donate. No, I'm kidding. But if you have any spare monies, please donate. I do have incentives on my page as well that you can redeem on the donation process. So go ahead, click on that. It's been a pretty slow fundraising year. So if you do have any extra funds, let's start getting that dono train going. It's supporting kids who are receiving treatments for a variety of things like injuries, illness, and other severe cases. So all that money goes directly to my local hospital to support kiddos with all of that. And as a kiddo who's been at the Stollery here in Edmonton a few times in my life, a wonderful place and really worthy of your donations. So that's me.
Definitely.
And I ended up nicely with that vibrate. Wow.
I know, that was weird. Where's my watch? There it is. Meanwhile, as for me, if you haven't already, if you're watching this on, I like how we both you did YouTube, I did I did YouTube, you did Twitter. Wow, I can words. If you haven't already, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to hit that subscribe button down on the below the video. If you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to give me a follow and vice versa, sort of thing. I try my best. So far, it's been every Friday, and I think I'm kind of sticking with that, unless if times change. Then go follow me on Twitter. You will know when I'll be streaming Truck and Talk every week. Plus, I try to post some stupid shit along the way, retweet something, and all that fun stuff. And yes, over the weekend, I'll try my best to get that Instagram up with more pretty pictures of something, whether it be a background, whether it be a landscape, or whether it be food. I would try my best to get those.
Or anime stuff.
Or anime stuff. I would try my best to do that too. I'll get that up over on the Instagram for them pretty photos. But yeah, those are my links over there, and I'll just Dragon's links up again on chat as well. Yeah, hopefully you guys had a fun time watching this. Again, thank you again, Dragon, for being such an amazing guest as always for Truck and Talk.
No hay problema.
Here we go. No, okay.
Not a problem. I enjoyed it, even if my rambles were from a range of super silly and goofy to super sleepy and like not trying to word anymore.
Right, that's fair.
Like that complete sentence right there. Oof.
Good sentence. 10 out of 10. But yeah, again, thank you again for being such an awesome guest. Thank you for those who are watching this Funky Fresh Fun Fridays, or just Truck and Talk Fridays, as I usually put out on YouTube. Hopefully we can join you with next week for some more Funky Fresh or Truck and Talk, or whenever I'm going to be streaming Truck and Talk next week. We'll see. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. But in any case, I hope you guys have a great day or night, wherever the heck you are. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend, or if you're in the United States, a great long weekend. Don't forget Memorial Day is on Mondays. Hopefully, if you guys have the day off, take a chill. Think of the following ones? No. What was Memorial Day?
Oh my lord.
You could tell I know my holidays, guys. I am such a good American. But
Memorial Day America.
Oh, it is the morning of the U.S. military. If condolences to for those, if you have a family member in the military who, I'll do that. I'm gonna try not to make it depressing, but do hopefully you guys have like a chill, relaxing weekend or long weekend. And we'll definitely see you guys next week. We're getting close to June. Holy shit, it's gonna be almost a year. But yeah. Anyways, I already said my outro, so that's Dragon over there. And this is Spam Waits. We'll see what kind of screen I'm going to get with the stream has ended. Yeah, it's going to be that. See ya. I can't zoom with this shit. Adios. Buenas noches.